FastMCP 3 implements a declarative UI composition model through its PrefabApp abstraction, enabling developers to construct interactive web interfaces by assembling reusable components like DataTable, column, and heading within a structured view hierarchy. This approach leverages Python's context management protocol via the with statement to establish parent-child relationships between components, while the @MCP tool decorator exposes these visual tools as callable endpoints in the MCP protocol. We're about to examine how this system initializes a searchable employee directory by defining data columns, configuring sortable properties, and embedding the dataset within a paginated table structure, all while maintaining clean separation between data definition and visual presentation through FastMCP's component-based architecture. From PrefabUI, components import column, heading, DataTable column. From PrefabUI, app import PrefabApp. From FastMCP, import FastMCP. MCP equals FastMCP directory. @MCP, toolapp equals true. Def employee directory, PrefabApp. Show a searchable, sortable employee directory. Employees equals. Name, Alice Chen, department, engineering role, staff engineer, location, SF. Name, Bob Martinez, department, design role, lead designer, location, NYC. Name, Carol Johnson, department, engineering role, senior engineer, location, London. Name, David Kim, department, product role, product manager, location, SF. Name, Eva Mueller, department, engineering role, engineer, location, Berlin. With column gap equals 4, CSS class equals P6 as view. Heading, employee directory. Data table. Columns equals. Data table column key equals name. Header equals name. Sortable equals true. Data table column key equals department. Header equals department. Sortable equals true. Data table column key equals role. Header equals role. Data table column key equals location. Header equals office. Sortable equals true. Rows equals employees. Searchable equals true. Paginated equals true. Page size equals 15. Return PrefabApp view equals view. This implementation demonstrates a declarative UI pattern for creating interactive data tables in FastMCP 3. The employee directory tool uses Prefab's component-based architecture to build a searchable, sortable employee directory with minimal imperative code. By composing column, heading, and data table components within a context manager, the code creates a responsive layout that handles pagination, sorting, and search functionality entirely client-side. The design leverages FastMCP's tool registration system, where the @MCP toolapp equals true decorator automatically exposes this as a visual application. The static employee data is embedded directly in the function, which works for this demonstration, but would typically be replaced with database queries in production. The data table column configuration specifies which columns are sortable, while the table's searchable and paginated parameters enable built-in client-side filtering and pagination without additional JavaScript. This approach provides rapid UI development for tabular data, but trades some flexibility for convenience. The client-side processing works well for moderate datasets, but could become sluggish with thousands of rows. The pattern is ideal for internal tools and admin interfaces where development speed outweighs the need for highly customized interactions. The integration with FastMCP's tool system means this same endpoint could be accessed programmatically or through other interfaces while maintaining a consistent data contract. Let's break it down. From PrefabUI, components import column, heading, data table column. imports UI component classes from the Prefab UI, components module, column for vertical layout, heading for text headers, data table for tabular data display, and data table column for defining table columns. These components are likely used to construct a user interface with structured data presentation. From Prefab UI, app import PrefabApp. Imports the PrefabApp class from the Prefab UI app module, providing a base application class for building prefabricated UI components in the FastMCP 3 framework. This class serves as the entry point for creating structured UI applications with predefined components and layouts. From FastMCP, import FastMCP. Imports the FastMCP class from the FastMCP module, which provides the core functionality for implementing Model Context Protocol (MCP) servers. The imported class will be used to create MCP server instances with customizable identifiers. MCP equals FastMCP directory. Creates an instance of FastMCP with the server identifier directory. The string parameter serves as a label for the server that will appear in MCP protocol handshakes, allowing clients to identify this specific server instance. At MCP, toolapp equals true. Def employee directory, PrefabApp. Show a searchable, sortable employee directory. Defines a FastMCP tool named employee directory that returns a PrefabApp instance. The decorator at MCP, toolapp equals true, registers this function as an application type tool in the FastMCP framework, using the function's docstring as its description. The function signature indicates it will return a PrefabApp object, though the implementation isn't shown in this segment. Name, Alice Chen, Department, Engineering Role, Staff Engineer, Location, SF. Creates a dictionary containing 4 key value pairs representing employee information. Name, Alice Chen, Department Engineering, Role, Staff Engineer, and Location, SF. Name, Bob Martinez, Department, Design Role, Lead Designer, Location, NYC. Defines a dictionary containing employee information with keys for name, department, role, and location, storing the values Bob Martinez, Design, Lead Designer, and NYC respectively. Name, Carol Johnson, Department, Engineering Role, Senior Engineer, Location, London. Defines a dictionary containing employee information with keys for name, department, role, and location, storing the values Carol Johnson, Engineering, Senior Engineer, and London, respectively. Name, David Kim, Department, Product Role, Product Manager, Location, SF. Defines a dictionary containing employee information with keys for name, department, role, and location, assigning the values David Kim, Product, Product Manager, and SF, respectively. Name, Eva Mueller, Department, Engineering Role, Engineer, Location, Berlin. Defines a dictionary containing employee information with 4 key value pairs. Name set to Eva Mueller, department set to engineering, role set to engineer, and location set to Berlin. With column gap equals 4, CSS class equals P6 as view. Creates a column layout with a 4-unit gap and applies the CSS class P6 for padding, assigning it to the variable view using a context manager. The column class here is being used as a layout container with specific spacing and styling parameters. Heading employee directory. Creates a heading titled Employee Directory using the heading component. This is a UI element that renders a section header with the specified text in the interface. Data table column key equals name, header equals name, sortable equals true. Creates a data table column with the internal key name, display header name, and enables sorting functionality for this column. The key identifies the column in the data model, while the header provides the user-facing label. The sortable parameter being true indicates this column can be used for sorting operations in the table display. Data table column key equals department, header equals department, sortable equals true. Defines a data table column with the internal key department that will display with the header department and enables sorting functionality for this column. The key serves as the data identifier, while the header provides the user-facing label, and the sortable parameter indicates this column can be used for data ordering operations. Data table column key equals role, header equals role. Creates a data table column with the internal key role that will display with the header role in the UI. The key serves as the programmatic identifier, while the header provides the user-facing label. Data table column key equals location, header equals office, sortable equals true. Defines a data table column with key location, display header office, and enables sorting functionality for this column. The key serves as the internal identifier, while the header provides the user-facing label in the UI. Rows equals employees. Assigns the value of the employees variable to a parameter or attribute named rows. This appears to be passing employee data as rows, likely for tabular processing or display, though the exact context isn't visible in this single line. The assignment suggests rows will contain whatever data structure or collection is stored in the employees variable. Searchable equals true. Sets a Boolean parameter, searchable, to true, indicating that the associated entity, likely a tool or resource in FastMCP, should be discoverable or queryable within the system. This flag controls visibility or accessibility for search operations, but the exact scope depends on the surrounding context not shown in this segment. Paginated equals true. Sets the paginated parameter to true, enabling pagination for the associated operation. This indicates that the operation will return results in pages rather than all at once, typically used for handling large datasets efficiently. Page size equals 15. Sets the page size to 15, controlling how many items are displayed per page in pagination. Return PrefabApp view equals view. Returns a new PrefabApp instance initialized with the provided view parameter. This creates an application object configured with the specified view component, ready for further setup or execution. The line demonstrates instantiation of the main application class with its required view dependency. FastMCP3's declarative UI model shines here through the PrefabApp abstraction, where components like column, heading, and data table are composed hierarchically using Python's context managers. The @MCP tool decorator bridges this UI structure with the MCP protocol, exposing the entire component tree as an interactive endpoint. The data table configuration demonstrates clean separation between data definition and presentation. Columns are defined with keys mapping to the employee data structure, while UI behaviors like sorting and search are declared separately. This pattern prioritizes development speed for internal tools, trading some flexibility for built-in client-side functionality that handles pagination, sorting, and filtering without additional code. The static employee data serves as a clear example, though in production you'd typically replace it with dynamic queries while maintaining the same component structure. The connective insight is how FastMCP's tool system treats the entire UI composition as a first-class protocol endpoint, enabling the same component hierarchy to serve both visual interfaces and programmatic access through MCP's consistent contract.
The directory provider conjures employees from empty folders, sorting ghosts into tables with silent precision.